ask you, if you say that your faith has to be held up, do you think today Mahua Moitra insulted your faith? Do you think Siddaramaiah insulted your faith? Did they mock your faith by saying what they did?
As far as Mahua Moitra's tweet is concerned, I did go through it. She is talking about Andolan Jivi and Chanda Jivi. Here I would like to add that it is better to be an Andolan Jivi than a Chanda Jivi, which is better than being a Bhikshu Jivi. For me, it is more important to be a Kappa Jivi and a Dhappa Jivi so that we work for the people of this country. That is how we will be able to serve law. That is how this will be made into a subject. Mr. Siddaramaiah is concerned. I will not respond to any of your questions.
Sai Deepak, respond to Sujata Paul.
I do not.
Sai Deepak, respond to Sujata Paul.
I just have one straightforward, simple counterfactual. If the Supreme Court had ultimately reversed the judgment of the Allahabad High Court and the All India Muslim Personal Law Board and the Babri Masjid Action Committee had actually won the judgment, had won the matter, and a masjid had been, or a construction of a masjid had been undertaken, and Muslims across the country and all over the world were asked for zakat contributions, would these people have contributed to that particular construction or not? Would they have run it down as political construction? Would they have used a derogatory term such as Chanda Jivi when in fact Chanda or let's say Bhiksha is something that is sacred to Hindus? Would they have treated this as a pejorative term? 4. In a land which is known for Krittivasa Ramayana, which is older than and much more ancient than at least the Tulsidas Ramayana, Ramcharitmanas, by at least 1 century, we are being told that Lord Ram does not belong to this particular land. We are being told that something that is treated as the Bible of the Gangetic Plain and the Bible of Bengal, that's exactly the language that was used by Dinesh Chandra Sen in 1911. We are being told that it's perfectly all right for them to use this kind of language. Therefore, the counterfactual clearly tells us what is the definition of secularism that these people subscribe to. Most importantly, they know for a fact that they are not going to get the votes of the majority community in Bengal, assuming that they're still the majority. Therefore, they have to somehow prove their secular credentials, which equals anti-Hindu credentials, by effectively saying that we'll run down everything that Hindus hold dear, including Durga Ma, including Sri Ram. And therefore, they are trying to consolidate their vote as far as the 27% is concerned, because as far as development is concerned, TMC is the last party that should be speaking on development. It's in fact a tragic comedy for them to even speak of development. The indicators, we don't need any government mouthpieces to actually speak on this particular issue. Articles have been written in the Scroll and in the Wire, clearly running down the claims made by the Mamata Banerjee government as far as development is concerned. Surely it's not the TMC's case that the Scroll and the Wire write for the BJP or for any so-called nationalist party. Therefore, according to me, there are enough neutral voices calling out the bluff